room without heat, my name is Millie. Winter in New York does not arrive gently. It does not knock. It forces its way in through the cracks, through windows, through bones, through memories you thought had healed. That winter, the city looked like it had given up on warmth entirely. Snow piled up like unspoken truths. Streets hardened. So did I. My mother's name was Rose. An ironic name. Roses are supposed to soften things. She believed motherhood was ownership, that love meant control, that obedience was the same as loyalty. She never raised her hand, but she perfected something subtler, emotional arithmetic. Every kindness had a cost. Every mistake was a debt I could never repay. She shaped the house like a courtroom, and I was always guilty. In winter, the apartment felt smaller. The walls closed in. The heating worked, but only sometimes. When it didn't, she said I was exaggerating. When I shivered, she said I was weak. When I cried, she said I was dramatic. Cold builds character, she told me once, sipping tea while I sat wrapped in an old sweater that still smelled like dust and disappointment. That sentence stayed with me. Not because it hurt, but because it revealed her. Rose did not want me warm. She wanted me dependent. The day I decided to take revenge did not feel like rage. It felt like clarity, a quiet, terrifying clarity. I stopped arguing. I stopped defending myself. I stopped asking for warmth, emotional or otherwise. Instead, I learned. I learned how silence unsettles people who rely on reaction. I learned how calm unnerves those addicted to control. I learned how independence terrifies those who built their identity on being needed. While winter ruled New York, I built something internal, something insulated. I studied, I worked, I saved. I spoke less at home and more everywhere else. I let her words fall to the floor like dead leaves. She noticed. At first, she tried to provoke me. Sharp comments, reminders of sacrifice, stories of how much she had endured for me. When that failed, she turned cold in a way that had nothing to do with weather. But I had already learned to live without heat. The final moment was ordinary. That's what made it devastating. One evening, as snow pressed itself against the windows, she asked me, almost gently, "Why don't you need me anymore?" I looked at her. Truly looked. Not with anger, not with hatred, with understanding. And I answered calmly, "I learned how to survive the cold." She didn't shout. She didn't cry. She understood. Because the cruelest truth for someone like Rose is this: the child they tried to weaken learned strength without them. I left that winter. New York stayed cold. Rose stayed Rose. But I was no longer hers. And that was the revenge.